Team compositions cannot change, correct?
That is correct. But since I will be cutting this for YouTube later, do me a favor, talk me through it anyway.
All right. Well, O7's got Ohio Conqueror, double Des Moines, Moskva, and then they've got double Kleber, Grozovoy, and Gearing.
All right. Opposing them from the south spawn, we have GGWP bringing double Yamato with all that Japanese steel folded thousands of times, double Des Moines, Ducky shot and a Goliath, and a nice variety of destroyers to give them all kinds of options. Zath, Kleber, Yu Yang, Grozovoy, and Gearing. So like before, we see the deployment shaking out the same. The double Kleber Grozovoy headed to the C cap, backed up by Moskva, Des Moines, and Ohio. Conquer, Des Moines, and Gearing look like they're trolling down the way for the A cap for OO7.
What are these guys shooting at already?
Sometimes I watched this in some of the Shikishima games. They would just throw shells in the hopes of possibly baiting one of the battleships maybe into firing back. I'm not entirely positive why they do it, really.
Well, you spot the battleship that fires back, I suppose.
That's about all you really do is you give them they potentially baiting the enemy into giving you a little more information.
But it's interesting, speaking of giving the enemy information, when they fired on their teammates to signal a restart, they kind of give away a little bit that way too, don't they?
No, it does. That does some of it. I mean, presuming they can be detected, right? The battleships that fire probably did give away their position. The destroyers probably didn't. It wouldn't have been in range.
Yep.
We've got a nice little destroyer wolf pack here closing in on C. I would not want to be any destroyer that gets caught by that. Toxic's Moskva going to snuggle up to the island here and kind of play guardian over the C cap. Walked and Woded's Des Moines. Looks like he's booking for the A line. He's probably going to play on the back of the cap. Probably hug up to that island in about B8 or so, somewhere up here when all is said and done. It's going to be quite the rumble at Zath. Look at all the ships.
So this map, usually who wins C wins the game.
Well, it's going to be...
You can see both teams think that.
Looks like it's going to be decided very, very quickly here. Deers Yang looks like he's going to smoke I Love All Ships' Des Moines up over here in front of this island. Let's see. I mean, I'm guessing that's why the Yang is in that position. Maybe. Maybe not.
It definitely looks like it.
About to have some close contact that's going to be coming very soon as these Grozovoys spot each other. And that is when the fun is going to start.
Slap fight.
Going to be some of that happening for sure. It's going to be happening in moments. And should be seeing some contact right about now.
There it is. Contact.
Both Klebers popping their reload boosters. Des Moines, Moskva. It's a 5-on-1 robo-copping here of a Matsukaze.
I'm so glad I taught you that.
I love that word, Zath. It's amazing.
Now, but interestingly enough,
they lose sight of him. A Matsukaze does not fire back.
Smart.
So instead, they expend their energy shooting at Fosse, who did fire back briefly.
Makes sense. Meanwhile,
Yang smoke, but Deer may have a problem here. No, I think he's going to be okay. No, he'll be fine. He's got it. As long as he just keeps booking it, he's good.
Mad Dog takes a torp, meanwhile.
Yep. One into Mad Dog. Judge took a little chip damage there. I think that was Fosse's Kleber throwing that out to him.
Yep. Very smart. GGWP not sending people into range of that Moskva Island radar as Toxic gets whacked.
Toxic takes another big hit. I'm betting that was Arch. I'm guessing Arch managed to sneak some shells just over the forward corner of the island there.
Could have been.
They're definitely going to be able to push Toxic back as Deers Yang is onto the cap now. We know he's smoke. So at the moment, they have no way to counterspot Judge's Grozovoy, who is actively holding this cap back on behalf of OO7.
It's interesting, Toxic being in his position. I mean, that's your typical Moskva Island. I don't know. It just feels kind of to be expected.
Agreed.
At this stage in the game.
Got a radar going up on Deer, it seems. They got eyes on him somehow.
Walked and Woted, I think, is looking at him.
Okay, pushing him off the
He
cap
just
there.
he just took a Citadel for his trouble, but he is keeping Dire on radar, I believe.
Oh, Walked and Woted has slid into his position we were predicting here up on this island at B8.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to make things a lot more challenging. Now what I love, Zath, is that they've got so many destroyers here with smoke. They're able to rotate smokes and keep Love All Ships' Des Moines kind of what amounts to out here in the open, and it's going to work.
Yep, that's the play. Although Sage now maybe possibly overextended.
Ooh, yeah, I see now. Okay, yeah, that feels kind of bad.
Could have been worse.
Does take some big hits for his trouble. I think now the Yammy's about to change his priority target. Yep, he is. Arch has already retargeted his guns. He's looking for Walked and Woted.
Yeah.
Well, he was. They've lost sight of Walked. They've lost sight of Walked now.
Yep. Now he's looking back at Toxic.
They did rotate
Eagle Lance.
They did rotate Fosse's Kleber to B, so they will be able to pick up a cap here momentarily. 6 minutes gone. GGWP on about a 60-point. I'm sorry, 007 on about a 60-point lead here. Lots of cap contesting going on. But GGWP will now start closing that gap because they own B, and basically 00 can't do anything about that now.
Right. Judge isn't careful. He might take a torp up the butt. He started moving at the right time.
Ooh,
wow.
Snuck away from it.
Health pool-wise, both teams about even.
Yeah.
Dire, though, quite low for his side.
GG does bag the C cap.
Look at Soviet Baguette. He's at half health already.
Yeah, I was wondering what's farming him. I guess you know what it is? It's the Goliath, Zath. We've seen the Goliath. Yeah. We've seen what havoc a Goliath can wreak on a Kremlin's health pool, and I think that's what Ducky's got going on down here. Oh, that's not a Kremlin. That's a Conqueror.
Right.
But still, I mean, it's a Conqueror. They're all going to be full pens.
Yes. Ducky coming under fire from Elgar now.
Yep. This is a very, very precarious position for GGWP, in my opinion, at the C cap. I like it. It's bold. But Love All Ships, basically, like, if one of those destroyers is ever dead, he's toast, right? Now, they're going to keep him perma-smoked. But if ever they fail to do so, he's going to be in trouble.
Yep. And here's where I'd probably just send Toxic in.
Well, Toxic is trying to inch back up to catch him with his radar, and he's not quite there yet, but he's getting close. One Kleber rotates to mid now for 007. As Yoshi's gearing is going to be is he going to be driven off the cap completely? No, he's going to slow down. Fosse now rotating south. I think he's going to go gearing hunting, Zath. Ooh, Elgar taking a decent hit right there.
I mean, they have to be decisive winning somewhere. If they're not going to win up north, makes sense to try going south.
North looks like a stalemate to me. I think the best they can hope for will be to try to extract Love All Ships from this position. He takes about 10k there.
Yeah, they're working on it.
They're trying.
Ducky shots at half health.
Now, he wasn't a minute ago. Must have gotten smacked by something. Could just be steady fire from the Des Moines. Because Goliath is pretty soft too, right?
Yep. There's the super heal.
Eight and a half minutes gone. Still very much anybody's game. The cap's bouncing all over the place. GGWP on a 20-point lead that's shrinking because 007 stole the B cap from them, and now Matsukaze is going to steal it right back.
Look at this cap. I'm taking this cap.
You left this cap. This cap is mine now, sir. I think GGWP has basically called it at C.
Mm-hmm.
They seem like they're gearing up to just try and prevent the push through the cap. At least it's beginning to feel that way to me, right?
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Desert Rat is looking, interestingly enough, look at GGWP's Goliath and gearing south, and Kleber. They're all looking north to sea. I wonder if they're fixing to kite away from here as well.
Maybe.
So the question is, if they're going to kite from both flanks, where are they going to go?
I don't know. Lots of questions.
We've seen it
here.
before where they kite from both flanks and go mid, and that
True.
doesn't end well usually.
Match is half over. GGWP working on a less than 20-point lead here. B is flipped. C is basically surrendered, more or less. They're going to try and sneak with their troon with all ships. They're trying to sneak all ships as Des Moines through this gap in front of God and everybody. I think they're going to be able to pull it off, too. Yeah, looks like it.
Eagle Lance just took some torps as well.
Took a couple of deep water torps.
Yep.
So GGWP is kind of redeploying here. They're redeploying to hold the B cap, surrender A, but basically prevent a push down the 10 line. While basically at the moment A remains contested. So in order for them to break the stalemate at A, they got to bring somebody back in, and it looks like it's going to be Fassy's Kleber.
Mm.
At least seems that way.
It might be trying to, Blitzstorm is now under attack from the Des Moines. They know that I Love All Ships has rotated.
Yeah, they know it now. Now that he's safe from the Ohio shells up north, he's opening fire.
Yep.
Fossey actually not declining to go into the A-cap right there. Conqueror shells seeking Ducky. Solid
nice hit.
Cuts him in about half there. But British 3D printers do not care about your silly penetration damage, sir.
That's right. This feels like a better use of Soviet Baguette's Conqueror anyways.
It does, actually. It does. To me, Zath, the A is still the play here. They've managed to extract Arch Zero and Sage from their precarious position on the 10 line.
Mm-hmm.
But OO still has 5 ships, I should say, circling the C cap, and GGWP is basically like, we don't want C, you can have it.
Yep. Well, it's just a matter of how long does it take before they discover this change.
I think we're about to see a move here. Fossey is going to be moving into the cap here at full speed. Looks like he's got his speed boost on. It looks like his job is to get out here and flush Desert Rat. And hopefully assassinate him, but at a minimum, get up here and push him off, which they seem to have done. He's left the cap now. Nope, he's back on it. All right, so let's look at this from GGWP's perspective for a little bit. Let's see what they see.
Nothing.
At the moment, they see nothing. You know, Zath. I can see Fossey, though.
Yes, they can.
You know, Zath, if I'm... Man.
Yes?
I'm wondering, like, if I'm GGWP, do you think maybe... Do you think you could get a Kleber in for a suicide charge on Elgar? I'm not sure you could. I don't think you can.
I don't know that you...
I'm just wondering. Yeah. I'm just thinking out loud. Like, just kind of spitballing here.
It's, I don't think it's a good idea.
I agree.
You can see Battleship Princess Ralia as Yamato took a nice chunk out of him in the face a minute ago.
Yeah, I feel like Ralia needs to keep moving on down into this corner. They've got to dislodge this. They've got to dislodge this Des Moines. They need to kill and then they kill Desert Rat. And the Conqueror basically already has to run.
Yes. And he's doing so. You can see that already.
Yes.
Now look at the north side at sea. They're starting to collapse down south. Walked and Loaded going around to the 9 line. Some torps here on the destroyers.
Oh no, Yoshi.
Ooh, both of them just barely missed. Look at that.
Double the Euro beats, ladies and gentlemen. But Fossey can be seen. Blitz is shelling him from the middle of the map.
Yep. Elgar can be seen too. Now, that's the problem.
Yoshi is smoking. A little bit of American smoke there for his buddy. Now,
shot now. at 17K.
I was gonna say talking about suicide charges. It looks like Mad Dog had it in his brain, but Amatsukaze is here covering his teammate. And now between Love All Ships' Hydro or Radar, whatever, but they've got Mad Dog like lit for a while, and Amatsukaze's in smoke.
It's not going to end well for Mad Dog.
No, this could be this one mistake literally could cost OO7 this game. Like, this game is that close. There's 5 minutes to play. Neither team has a decisive advantage. A single kill could be that decisive advantage.
Oh, walked and voted killing the Yu Yang.
Well, that's a big kill.
That single kill.
But we're about
to talking about.
we're about to return the favor here. The trick is that Matsukaze under Radar, Toxic bags him. Just like that, 3 quick kills flip the lead to OO7, but again, GGWP able to push Desert Rat off the ACAP. They are ticking up points faster. They will overtake shortly. I feel like ArchZero's Yamato is too far back now, Zath.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe he needs to be up here kind of in this gap behind Love All Ships. Maybe. Like, that would be a better position.
Yeah, there's no reason for him to back off that far that quickly. I think we see that oftentimes. You know, it feels like we gotta go. You hit full, W, and then you don't really stop and think, how far do I want to go?
Indeed. About to have a lead change. It's coming up in seconds. Under 4 minutes to play. GGWP will overtake the lead. Right there.
Why is Blitz opening up here?
It's a good question. To me, I think the better question is, okay, Baguette is now firing at the Des Moines bow. I feel like Baguette is really, like, if you're GGWP, Baguette is the pick, right? Like, you should be able to get that pick.
The Yamato already fired at him.
Did he?
Zero.
Yamato agrees with me, does he?
Mm-hmm. His shells were just a little short.
A
little behind, I should say. So now here comes Blitz. No, I don't like this at all.
Blitz is finally dark. Blitz is dark now. All right. Judge about to step on to B. GGWP with a 30-point lead. Love All Ships puts up the radar. There we go. They've got clear vision on Judge for the moment. That's going to drive him off the cap, or at least hold him off the cap. Eagle Lance's Ohio pushing uncomfortably close to Love All Ships' Des Moines at this stage as well. Conqueror HE now coming in for Love All Ships. This is going to be a bigger hit. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. 7 cannon, nice fire.
That's why you bring Conqueror.
Indeed. 50-point lead now for GGWP. 2.5 minutes. Time ticking away.
Now the Yamato, Princess Relia, is finally getting up to the point where he's going to get in Elgar's face.
Well, this is points. GGWP is they're gonna lose another ship somewhere. They need this kill badly. They've got too many low ships, and there's still too much time on the clock, in my opinion.
Yep.
Oh,
Judge takes a torp.
Judge took a torpedo. Judge takes 2.
Oh, takes 2.
That's a massive kill.
Toxic's gonna take it. He's gonna go down 2.
They're gonna get Toxic. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yoshi.
That's catastrophic.
That's the game. There's 30 seconds now. OO doesn't have any time to react. They basically have to shove Eagle Lance into Love All Ships' face and hope it works.
That's
catastrophic torpedo salvo. GGWP with Yoshi with a brilliant gearing salvo. Elgar has now bailed to the opposite side of the island from Raulia. Eagle Lance
now going full send.
Oh, but he gets Love All Ships.
Wow.
He gets him before he goes out. Unfortunately, I don't think he can save his ship. We'll see if he can. He's got to try. Kleber Torp's coming in. I don't think he cans out. Even one of these torps will wipe him out. It doesn't matter. The Yamato takes care of him through the stern. And again, GGWP simply has to wait and hold and not lose a ship. 50 seconds to play. Looks like OO's going to lose another heartbreaker. And they do, Zath. They do.
Wow. What an ending. It was all this time back and forth, just jockeying for position, and it all just came crashing down.
Yeah. I feel like there's a part of me that feels a little bit like, at one point we pointed it out, there were 5 007 ships, circling in and around the sea cap. And it was kind of like, by then, GGWP had already started redeploying. And it just felt bad, right? And I think it took them, very much like the last King of the Sea, maybe it took them a little too long to redeploy some of their ships and take advantage of it. Well played to both teams, but GGWP survives. They will continue on in tomorrow's loser bracket. 007, their tournament is over.
Yeah.
And at long last,